All right, guys. Coach is going to have an opening statement, then we'll open it up for questions. Okay.
Thanks for being here, guys. We finally got the rain out of here. We got a big day planned. We have an awful lot to cover. I don't know if I'm allowed to comment, but we're all negative, so we're ready to go. And then the guys are excited. The music's a little louder down there in the clubhouse. Finally, 11 months, they're ready to rock and roll. Questions?
Well, happy birthday, Meat.
Can't hear.
Happy birthday, Meat.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You get your day off to have your birthday party now that you don't have to play games. So.
I wish. I'll be up watching film and trying to figure out how to get them in the right spots to play good baseball. I don't want any more birthdays either, Jim.
I think you had the outfield set except for Elijah having a hamstring pull. How's that coming?
We're going to City this weekend. I don't want to run the risk of, we don't have any midweek games next week, so it'll give him another, legitimate 6 days of rehab, and so we just made that decision. We're not going to run him out this weekend.
I was going to ask how nice is it to start with a clean slate health-wise, but also with Cabell sitting, who will probably play in his place?
We're going to play Logan Lacey, put him in left. Logan is a very good outfielder. He's a good third baseman as well, but we feel like we can slide Ben Smith, the freshman, in at third, and so that's what we're going to do.
How's the outfield? I mean, the infield now. Who's set at what positions?
Well, Nander will play short. Jackson Green will play second. I haven't decided what I'm doing at first yet. It'll either be Dylan playing first and Tyler DHing, or the other way around.
Just want to ask you just kind of how you and your team kind of navigated the pandemic and just kind of how that took a toll mentally and also physically.
Well, physically, it definitely got them. They were in pretty bad shape. The whole conditioning thing was an issue. I think it's an issue for everybody. But mentally, I feel like, we're okay. We really brought them in, sat them down, said, be honest. If you're not right, let us know. Let's get you some help. It changed guys a little bit. Guys were more shy. They weren't themselves. But that was then. Now they've kind of come out of that, and we're enjoying being around each other and making strides to mold together as a team.
Meat, I guess this is like more philosophical than anything, but you can drill. It seems like you can make a good hitter into a great hitter here at Florida State. When it comes to defense, is it limited in terms of the ceiling of a kid that you inherit from a high school program, or what he's done in AAU and as a young kid? Is there some sort of, is there some sort of mechanism or system that doesn't seem to be able to make kids into great defenders? Are they kind of made or rather created rather than made? I think
it's, in my opinion, it's the same thing that you struggle with offensively. It's pre-existing bad habits. They're all saying you got to do something 2,000 times correctly to get rid of the bad habits that you have, and to de-learn and relearn and all that stuff. So and sometimes it becomes a mind thing, when the throwing becomes an issue, or a certain place to your left or to your right. There's a lot of issues that can arise because of the mental side of it. But mostly it's the pre-existing bad habits that you got to get rid of and do it right. So many times you can't do it wrong. And it takes time.
I want to ask you about Reese Albert, what all he's been through and where he is now with his game this season.
Yeah, he's finally, in a spot where he doesn't have to worry about that shoulder really hurting him, taking a bad swing and excruciating pain coming right behind it. So, with that being said, he's, playing center field. He's going to be in the middle of the lineup, and he's been playing very well. Leadership skills as well, impressive.
Have you settled on a closer, or is it still a couple guys that could compete for it?
Yeah, we haven't. It'll work itself out. We feel like we've got 4 or 5 guys that can legitimately do it, but nobody's really separated themselves to where we say, okay, that's definitely our guy. We want to see who can do it when the lights come on with people in the stands and against different competition. Everybody reacts differently, so we got to sort that out.
Anything else for Coach?
Meet in terms of like a batting order. I mean, you don't have to go through it. I don't want you to go through it, but do you like, I guess, kind of those quintessential guys in certain spots, whether it's your leadoff guy or who's going to be batting cleanup?
I just wanted for the opposing club to have a hard time navigating it. And it's a lot easier to navigate when you have, 3 straight left-handed hitters and 2 straight, right-handed hitters. You try to avoid that as much as you can and try to go right, left, or left, right all the way through, again, as best you can. So, it'll be very similar to last year, the look of it. Again, we just got to get production from all of them. And that doesn't necessarily mean, high batting averages and stuff like that, but we got to do what we do. Let's get people on base and score runs, because it leads directly to runs.
And then Meet, I guess, the decision to bring back your dad's number, the 11, Chase Haney, I guess, gets that honor. How were you involved in it in any sort of way? And just, I guess, how cool is it going to be able to kind of continue the legacy and the tradition of what your father started?
Yeah, I think it's fitting. I think it's appropriate. I think it's fitting to Chase, to, Dad, that, he didn't want that thing to never, not be worn again. He's like, yeah, you can retire the jersey, but I don't want the number. He said, if you start doing that, look at all the great ones we had, then we're not going to have any numbers. So he said, just promise me it's going to be a guy that's going to get after it. I will be proud to watch every time, you take the field. So I think it'll be a good tradition to have. And, Chase, is the epitome of what 11 stood for, and how he treats people, how he goes about his business, and how he cares genuinely about his teammates and, this university. I think Jim's talking, but I can't hear him. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to unmute him. Jim, it's not working for you, whatever we got going on here.
He's got a little hand.
Sorry, I didn't unmute my microphone.
Wait, hold on, man. Jim, you got it. There we go. All right, now start talking, Jim. Go ahead.
All right. Must be something about that name Martin, because I see there's a Martin on a awards preseason awards list here, Robbie Martin. Talk about his development to this point.
Yeah, he's always been a pure hitter. Has that innate ability to speed up and slow down and manipulate the barrel to making solid contact. And now he's trimmed up a little bit. He's lighter on his feet. He's a much better defender because of that. He's always had the good arm, but he was just a little bit heavy-footed, and now he's not. And that's going to bode well for him and for us as well.
That's a good place to end it.
Thanks, guys.